Stars, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, and welcome back here to V0.9.6. You join me on another episode of Cattle and Crops. So today we are trialing a new seeder. It is the Lemkin which you see on the back here. It is the maize seeder only. Not sure where we're going to fall in there. So this is the seeder we are trialing at the moment, as I say. It is the Lemkin, not sure the actual make, it's there, the Azurit 9 6-meter seeder, and we are planting maize. So we're just finishing off the last bits of our planting with this seeder, and somehow don't think we are we? Yep, or tracking a line. So as I say, we are planting maize. We have a lot of fields here to finish off. We have all our cultivation done, and this little seeder sets you back about 75,000 in game if you want this. Now we just have rented it out to test it, and then we will probably make a decision towards the end of this year of what seeder we go with, either this or the Hammer King. And the advantages of the Hammer King is we see that you can also introduce fertilizer while planting. This is zero, so it has a couple of drawbacks that you want to be aware of, but not a bad little seeder, won't lie. It's doing a nice job. We have planted a field elsewhere with it. Did a good job, can't complain about it. So quite happy with it. As I say, there is a 3-meter version that you can pick up starting off. If this is the seeder for you, that is only a decision you can make. And in fact, if we stop here, we can quickly just check the store. If we scroll all the way down here, we should find our seeder. There it is. So you have two models, one 3-meter, one 6. The 3-meter is coming in at 36,738, and if we flick over here to the next model, this is the one we are currently running and just touching over 79,000. So they are your options. Fill level is 600, same fill level. Weight goes up a little bit, required power obviously jumps up a bit as well. So working depth is the same, so everything is the same bar the, she just wants to run away, bar the width and weight. So it is what it is. You're paying for that extra little bit. Obviously you're covering the field that bit more as well, but so far it's doing a nice job for us. So we'll see how it all pans out here. Now we do have a lot of fields to cover. We are currently working field 10 there, and I believe it's 13, I want to say, or 15 is one that we did our test plot in with it, just to make sure everything was working for us and there was no glaring mistakes. So we've that set to maize as well, and as I say, all our fields are cultivated. We have not bought that other field that we were considering buying yet. Still in the works. We want to get everything planted first and see where we're probably left with, and if it's something that we can strike a deal towards end of planting season, we will probably then jump on it and pick it up. Excuse me. So I'm interested to see. So far it has yet to do what the Hammer King was doing, upon where it was kind of skipping sections of the field. That has yet to appear for me. Obviously if you've missed an area with the cultivator, doesn't like planting over that, so not quite sure how the whole no-till will work here. Something we might work trying again with the Hammer King maybe later on is a no-till scenario actually, and that's what we'll do if we do purchase the fields. And I forget the field name, but we'll check it here now. This bad boy here, field 38. So if you do purchase this, we won't do any tillage, we'll just go straight over and we will seed it. And what we might do is seed half with this and then seed the other half with the Hammer King, and just compare the difference in the seeders then as we go. So it's a lot of trial and error, but sometimes that's the best thing about having these demo days, where we can just rent the equipment off the dealer, see what works best before we start planning then out for what we want down the line. So this field was done by the hired worker, and as far as I can tell, he's a lot better at cultivating than I am, because he has not missed any. Whether when we were doing it, we do leave the odd patch here or there of last year's maize, which isn't good. So far, it's doing a nice job, as I say. We're quite happy with it. The benefits of this, obviously, it's a smaller system. It's not as large on the back of the tractor. You're not pulling the center unit that does the cultivating. It's literally just a worked ground, come along, drop in, and it's a one pass kind of deal. So try and get back in here inside the bushes. So we're just going to finish out this last section here as we go. I will want to try as well just here in this top corner where we drive through the field first and then come back and try and plant it. I know the Hammer King suffered from issues where it would leave a wheel track behind you. So we'll see, does this one suffer the same, or does it kind of fill it in? But as I say, so far impressions are good. We're just going to catch this corner here. We'll turn off our auto steer. Should be good enough. We just head down here now, we'll swing back in and we'll finish up this corner and then come back on the rows we skipped. And we will have another field done. If this little test does work, we will then, as we go through on the seeding process, start leaving a headland. But it's something I thought about after we've done the test plot, so we're just going to trial it here on this one and see how it works. Now, since I last used the Hammer King, there has also been a few updates, so not to say that that issue could have been a game issue that has been since fixed. We'll soon find out. And the good news is we are able to see it. So that is nice to know. As I say, when we do our test in the next field with the Hammer King versus this one, again we will be trialing it and we'll see what works best for us. Gotta remember to disable that auto steer or it will kick in. It's caught me a few times already. We'll drop in there. So once we finish this field, then we will quickly go back to our map, see where we stand on the fields, and then it is just a case of plant what we've got to get planted. We do have a lot to plant here, so we'll see how it turns out. And if you guys want to see more of the planting, drop it in the comments below, guys, and we will probably do another video on it anyway. But if you want to see more of it, or if you want to see something slightly different, let me know, and we will try our best to accommodate that and get it in the next video. Something we've got to look at shortly as well is our bull scenario. We will be looking to sell a few. So once we have our planting taken care of, we probably then will turn back to the bulls, sell some of the older stock, and start the process again. And again, all that money that we raise will be going in towards new gear. So something we desperately do need coming into this year is some form of trailer, as we start to do our cereal crops. I'll have to check. I don't think the maize trailer also doubles as a grain trailer, so we'll have to see about that. Jump back in cab here just for a little bit and we'll disable the HUD again. So it's just a nice game. It's a pretty game. We really have come on leaps and bounds from when it was first early access, and in fact we haven't seen, well, I haven't seen any updates in the last month. They've been kind of quiet enough, so hopefully they're working on something nice in the background. We're out of field there. Bit I love driving through bushes. It's one of those things I do it so well, can't even see the next line we were aiming for. So far the planting side of it, as I say, it hasn't skipped any sections. Saying that, I suppose I don't remember really, do we skip any sections in this field? I know we had an issue in 17 or 18, one of those where we were missing a few bits, and the biggest field we own at the moment, I think, is field 3. No, that was the old field 23, that skipped a few bits as well. So we'll just have to see how it kind of plays for us. But by the end of this seeding season, we'll have a good handle on it, hopefully, and we'll see what works best. Now we will have to come back here early crop with phosphate, so we will have to pick some of that up, and before the crop gets too mature, come along here and just do a couple of spread runs. Most of the fields will require it. The last time we did it, we got our rates way off, and hence the fields that were planted with the cereal crop don't actually require any phosphate. There was enough left in the ground from last year, so we just need to watch our levels. Something which we can get better at, no doubt. So we'll just complete the last pass on the field, and we've a little bit of the headland that here at the bottom to tidy up. That will be a good test again, as I know the Hammer King sometimes struggle with planting over something you already planted. So we'll see, is this one the same? And if it is, then what we would probably start doing in our fields is the headlands first. We'll definitely try it in one of the fields and see how the turning on the headland affects our crop. Hopefully we won't be doing too much turning. this will be the test of it here. So we're just going to jump out of cab for this. We're going to leave a good chunk there that we should hopefully get next time around. Hopefully that is the field that we will be purchasing. You can see there's a good chunk of tire marks there. It hasn't been all cultivated, but it was all spread with manure. So we just have to see how it goes. And the answer is I think that's working. Oh, it's my guidance system is what's kicking me, sorry. So we'll just stop here. We're going to jump out and have just a quick little look. Our guy has changed from blue jacket. So it has worked-ish. It has left a couple of crater marks. It'll be interesting to see how they fill in. So I think on the next one we will do a run around the headlands or the end rows or whatever you want to call them. We will do that first and just see does it make a difference. See how the crop grows. Does it even affect the crop growth? Given so far what we've discovered with the game, a lot of things are affected here by what you do, so you need to be just that little bit clever. So what we'll do is strike over to field 17. That is a long but narrow field, so should we go into test our theory on? I'm just going to shoot down this road, bypass the farm. And we are folded up, so we just jump out again. This is road travel, so it folds up rather neat and tidy, which is nice. No traffic on these back roads, it's handy. Nothing coming, we're away, we're going to shoot out here to the farthest off one, and that will be our test. On a different note as well, guys, just when you do have a worker going in a field, one thing you gotta keep an eye on is the fuel level of the tractor. I had one going in field 23, I think it is. It's the biggest one we own, and did a great job, can't complain. He ran out of fuel. I did not catch it in time and thought that he had stopped. It wasn't until I dismissed the worker to get control of the tractor I realised the reason he had stopped is he ran out of fuel. So we had to refuel, and we just finished. Now he was very close to being finished, but we just had to finish the end rows ourselves. It was just the headland is what he was working on, so it wasn't too bad. Not the end of the world. But if anything, you can learn from my mistakes and not repeat them. Makes everybody's life just a little bit easier. So we're just going to lift up here on this one. Now we'll set our GPS line off this, so we just bring it all up, and we want to show the line so we know we're somewhat on the right track. Not bad. That's probably a better shout at it. So this will be our GPS line, and we can engage it for this track. So noticing it doesn't replant what you've planted, so for all intents and purposes it's like you've a row shut off. So if you've been over it with plant already, it ain't going to let you plant it again. And that's just going off the detail that I seen there with the terrain. Put my handbrake on, stop that rolling away down the hill. So we just run back here quickly, and also you can see there's a section here where I must have missed with the cultivator, and again that is why you see in my lines I don't have them set to 6 meters. I always reduce it now just a little bit. So again you'll see it's just leaving tracks there, which is fine. We'll see how it goes. This is what we want. But where are we? So this is where we finished with the headland pass, and we started down the field. You'll see the seeder didn't kick in until we were past what we'd already seeded. So, and definitely, as you see the straight line of it there, that for some odd reason I have missed. It's just interesting to see that it kind of keeps, doesn't, I suppose what it doesn't do is direct seed. Now we could be wrong, we could come back to it and see that it has. So definitely little things like that just worth to keep a watch on. For me, I do like the game. The deformation in the ground, there's a lot going for it. So still a long way to go, I've no doubts. And the fact that it's open to mods and everything will really make it that much better. We're just going to jump out again here for this headland lift. And we want to disable our steering. So I don't know, are we seeding there? I think we might be. That now is a hard one to tell. We're not getting the not sure, are we? We'll just pull forward a little bit. We definitely are seeding. It's using seed. So we'll continue. That now is a hard one to call. Can't see the different terrain texture that should be there, or at least in my mind I think it should be there, but we'll see. So we're leading it there now again. Not sure, is that just the angle? Can't call that really. As I say, we'll do a few different test samples and stuff and see how it goes. As I see, the next one we might come back to is that new field if it all works out in our favour. Not sure if I'm planting the full width there. I think I might be missing sections. So if I leave the seeder in the ground here now, it probably won't change direction. It didn't, and does indicate that we have driven over the crop there just a little bit. So it's all interesting. We're just going to bring up our lines here, see where we are on track. Well, that nearly worked out well for us. So we're going to engage auto steer, set ourselves up. And as I say, we'll be interested to see how it turns out afterwards. We do have to come across these fields anyway, so not too worried about a couple of wheel mark lines. Will it matter before we plant it? Will add to compaction. So we'll have to see how it plays out for us. Drop our HUD away again. And we just have the simple task now of rinse and repeat, pop around to our different fields, try and get them all planted, and then it's a case of working on that final field to see what we stand. We might do the bulls first, and that should definitely enable us then to purchase the field and be able to work on from there, guys. So with all that said, I think we'll call it quits here as we work this field. If you've enjoyed the video, guys, again, if you can hit the like button below if you'd like to see more on this series as we test Catlin crops and see how immersive it really is. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with the videos. And with all that said, guys, thanks very much for watching. I've been Stone86, this has been Catlin Crops. We'll see you all again. Take care.